Infiniti partnered with Renault Sport Formula One team to develop the Infiniti Engineering Academy, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that's aimed at highly driven students looking to enter the automotive engineering industry. I'm on my way to meet Chase Pelletier, the Canadian 2018 Engineering Academy winner. I'm meeting him at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Chase recently graduated from their automotive engineering program. So Chase, you recently earned a coveted spot in the Infiniti Engineering Academy. Can you walk me through kind of the process that it took you to get to there?
It started out as a really easy application. You send in your resume with a short little application online. From there, it went on to an online quiz and Skype interview. After that, I was lucky and fortunate enough to be selected for the top 10.
So can you tell me about the different challenges that you faced for those 2 days in Montreal?
The Infiniti Engineering Academy came up with some really unique challenges. They really wanted to evaluate all of the candidates on all aspects that would, contribute to being an engineer. We had these little electric cars and we had to fine-tune the setup on them to beat the other team. We also worked together with a Harvard prof, testing our decision-making on a scenario that was given to us.
I know with the Infiniti Engineering Academy, there's a partnership between Renault Sport and Infiniti, but how exactly does that work?
Formula One's always been a really good proving ground to develop new technologies and come up with innovative ideas that they could then implement into the road cars. Infiniti is a global leader of, producing some really cool premium vehicles like we have here with the QX50, developing technologies like the VC Turbo. What Infiniti has been able to do is develop a motor that's able to give us the best fuel economy possible and also the best performance.
Tell me what you are looking forward to or what you have planned for the next year. Like, what's next?
Well, starting in January, I'm going to be working with both Infiniti and Renault Sport in an engineering position. So to be a part of that as a young engineer is really exciting.
What an exciting time it is for Chase and young engineers just like him, thanks to programs like Infiniti's Engineering Academy. Montreal is a beautiful avant-garde city, and it's easy to see that design plays an integral role in its culture. It's this city that influenced a young Kareem Habib on his journey to becoming Infiniti's Executive Design Director. Today I'm speaking with Kareem about the all-new Infiniti QX50, the beautiful vehicle I'm driving right now. I'm excited to get his perspective on the QX50 and how it represents the present and future of Infiniti design. Can you tell me a bit about how this city and how growing up in Montreal has influenced you as a designer and in your career?
Montreal, maybe for different sort of economic reasons, sort of pushes arts a lot. Urban art or design or just creativity as a whole, or being able to, start a little shop. It's kind of part of the social fabric here. Maybe that's also part of the thing I really like about Infiniti. There's a little bit of a kind of underdog feel to it. And I think these little shops, they kind of want to make their place, but by making their own thing and try to bring something to maybe something that's already existing.
So can you tell me a bit about the influence for the design of the QX50, like kind of how it came about and what you really focused on when you were putting it together?
What was important to us was not only the sort of the core values of the brand, which are the sportiness and the fun of driving, but also it's something very practical. So that's why it has actually a lot of room inside. It's got really very easy ergonomics, sort of getting out. The attention to detail in there is really impeccable.
Well, it's noticeable. I said the materials used inside. I mean, you look at the QX50 that I've had the pleasure of driving for a few days. That cream leather and then the blue inserts. It all works so beautifully together. When the QX50 was first coming into fruition, did they have a certain buyer in mind?
His or her lifestyle is very important to them. Balance maybe between their life and work and how they use that vehicle in both cases. It has that kind of the luxury and the status that it needs to have, but at the same time, that kind of ease of use that you need for family use.
Can you speak to me a bit about the future with Infiniti, like what you've got coming up?
Now, with the mindset that is there, with the engineering that is there, I think we can do something quite fantastic. And the sort of the opportunities and the challenges that are coming now in the automotive industry, right? With electrification, autonomous drive. And we at Infiniti definitely see it as a huge opportunity.
The all-new QX50 offers an intriguing vision for the future of Infiniti design. And with Kareem Habib at the helm, what's in store next should be just as exciting with the unique Canadian connection. Toronto is the innovation capital of Canada, which is why Infiniti brought its startup accelerator program, Infiniti Lab, to the city. I'm on my way to meet Adam Patterson, the managing director of Infiniti Canada, who also happens to be Canadian. Adam has been involved with Infiniti Lab Toronto since its inception, and he'll be able to give insight into why it was started and how it works.
So the Infiniti Lab was started as a global project, initially by our Hong Kong team, with the spirit and the goal of developing entrepreneurialism within our organization. It's a 6-week incubator program where we work with tech startups, help them develop their startup businesses, hopefully into something that we can work with and leverage in Infiniti operations here in Canada. Well, one of the key things that the Infiniti Lab allows us to do is really bring that spirit of entrepreneurialism that the startups have into our organization. And to give you an example of a way we've done that recently, our new VC turbo or variable compression turbo motor that's in the all-new QX50. Motors have been built with a single standard compression ratio, and depending on the application, they've been built to either deliver performance or efficiency. In the new QX50, our engineers have been able to allow the engine to vary its compression ratio. It means it gives you optimal power on demand when you need it for passing and acceleration, but it also allows the motor to operate at a very high efficiency to deliver best-in-class fuel economy.
So what are some of the benefits of working with or being involved with the Infiniti Lab?
A lot of the startups have fantastic ideas. Bringing them to market, marketing them, getting themselves into a large organization, all areas of their business that they need help with. So they've enjoyed working with our marketing team, with our legal and procurement teams, to really understand how, once they come up with this great idea, how they can sell it and commercialize it. One of the most successful startups we've had come out of our lab is a company by the name of Pantonium. And we're actually working with them to pilot a ride-sharing program, both in Canada and the US, that we hope to bring to market very, very soon.
Adam was kind enough to set up interviews with lab alumni. I'm on my way to meet Tim from Rover Parking. He and his team have developed a parking space rental program where you can rent your space during the hours it's not in use.
We were really able to change our business through the help of Infiniti. We went from being Airbnb of parking with driveways and small business spots to branching out into condos and apartment buildings, and that's changed the trajectory of our company.
So I hear that your journey didn't just end in Toronto with Infiniti Lab. What happened after that?
We actually won the program in Toronto, so we were selected to go to Hong Kong. The reason for that is that they saw real potential in what Rover was doing, both with individual driveways and with apartment buildings. And we wanted to see if this could work in Hong Kong.
Next up is Aisha from Drive Her, a ride-sharing platform where women drivers pick up women passengers. So I hear that Infiniti Lab really helped you build your business.
I've never been in an accelerator program where the people actually cared so much about the success of your company. I think one of the highlights for us was the partnership with Infiniti, specifically for our drivers to be able to purchase vehicles at cost, which I think is amazing because no other community is able to do that.
How else did Infiniti and the Infiniti Lab help accelerate your startup company and bring you to where you are now?
Just the access to people and folks from Infiniti that took time out of their days to come in and have conversations with us and tell us all the amazing things that they're working on and how our startup sort of like fit into that, I think it was amazing.
It's plain as day. Infiniti supports startups and believes in Toronto's startup ecosystem. The Infiniti Lab is bursting at the seams with innovation, and it's here to stay.